Day 737 of the war. October 12th, 2025. 2 years, 737 days, 19 weeks of walking, 20 walks. And on this day, October 12th, 2025, we gathered for what we hoped would be our final walk. The air was different that morning. You could feel it, the hum of anticipation, a kind of nervous joy. Word had spread. The hostages were coming home. We'd done the math. With that 10-hour time difference, the releases might begin around 8 p.m. Tucson time. But nobody trusted Hamas's clocks. We'd learned not to. Still, we gathered. We couldn't help but wonder, could this really be our last walk together? Emotions ran high. We had heard that all the living hostages would soon be released, but no one could tell us how many of the dead would be returned. The air felt thick with hope and grief all woven together. And this one felt different. We sang. We smiled. We laughed. And we worried. We saw many, many more responses from strangers. People driving by shouted, Am Yisrael Chai. A few gave us the finger, but many, many, many more gave us their hearts. One woman even stepped up onto the sidewalk and walked with us for a long stretch. It was simple, quiet, beautiful. Later, as we stopped for coffee, a couple of strangers whispered to me. One thanked me. One asked in a whisper, Do we know yet when the hostages are coming home? Robert, a new walker, came with a full-size Israeli flag. And when I saw it waving alongside the American flag, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. A combination of peace and pride and hope. After the walk, after drinking our customary coffee, I spoke with Ariel, one of our regulars, about what this moment meant and why she had been joining us for so many walks. And Michelle, who has walked with us many times, turned the camera on me, unshaven, exhausted, and post-concussive from a fall on Yom Kippur. I'd been haunted by nightmares of what might go wrong with the deal, and I hadn't slept much. Here are both of these interviews.
I've been coming every week to show my support for the hostages, and since October 7th, 2023, they've been in the forefront of my mind, and I feel kind of hopeless being here and feeling unable to do anything, and it's been a nice way to both build community with like-minded people and a way to show my support for sealing a deal and bringing them all home.
Today was our 20th walk, if you count the day that we did 2 walks last week. Tony Zinman called me after the Boulder attacks, in which a Holocaust survivor was burnt and a woman ended up dying from the burns. Tony said, we have to do this. I said, no, I'm too busy. And a couple weeks later, I said, okay. And now I've walked 20 times. And B'ezrat Hashem, God willing, tonight around 8 p.m. we will be watching the news, and 20 living hostages are anticipated to come home, and we won't be running anymore. We have
Amen.
run for their lives. We've walked. We've always had a gentle stroll. But God willing, tonight the living hostages will come home, and soon the bodies of the deceased will also come home.
B'ezrat Hashem.
That night we waited together as a people. Around the world, Jews clung to television sets, computer screens, and smartphones, watching and waiting. Here in Tucson, the desert air was still, and our hearts were loud. For the first time since that dark October morning 2 years ago, we believed that dawn was coming. Now we know. The living hostages are home. And as I record this, 8 bodies have been returned, not yet identified, but returned. And 20 bodies remain in Gaza. We are suspending our walks, trusting that the remaining bodies will soon be brought back to their families. Soon we will join together again, but this time in celebration. Details will come soon. Until then, we hold on to what has carried us these 737 days: faith, community, and the unbroken spirit of Am Yisrael Chai.